It's been more than 2 years since the Trump administration said it would end DACA, the deferred deportation program that protects immigrants who were brought to this country illegally as children.
That move was blocked by courts, and today the Supreme Court was asked to decide which side is right, as Hannah Ehrlich reports from our Washington bureau.
More than 660,000 people are currently protected by DACA, and several hundred of them rallied outside the Supreme Court today on a cold and rainy day to speak out in defense of the program they say has let them come out of the shadows. DACA recipient Eddie Chavez said he came from Phoenix and camped out so he could be here for today's arguments in the Supreme Court.
A lot of us have been here for days camping, standing up in solidarity for all of the DACA recipients. Currently right now in the Supreme Court, DACA hearings are happening. We have a lot of our community members who are actually inside right now, and we're just here to show support and not show fear.
The Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals was created in 2012 under President Barack Obama. Besides protecting some young immigrants from deportation, it granted some rights, including the ability to get a work permit or a driver's license.
We want to have the privilege to work, the privilege to go to school. In Arizona, we don't have in-state tuition, but we can probably get it back at some point. We fought for it before, and we got it before.
But the Trump administration in 2017 said it would end the program, arguing that it was created illegally by the Obama administration. Lower courts kept DACA alive, saying the Trump administration acted improperly when it moved to end the program. Today's hearing was just another step in a long process for DACA recipients like Rodrigo Pimentel.
For so long, our futures have been so uncertain, living from court case to court case, and today the Supreme Court they're hearing oral arguments pertaining to DACA.
Inside the court, the justices seem focused on whether DACA was created legally in the first place. The possibility that the court could allow the Trump administration to end the program has people like Hernandez feeling that DACA recipients like him are unwanted.
For what reason? Well, I don't know. We can get into that. But for us, it just feels like we're not wanted no matter who we are, what we do. It's just our concept, us being here present, is what they have a problem with.
For many DACA recipients growing up in the U.S., this is the only country they have ever known. Chavez said it shouldn't be so hard for them to be accepted as the Americans he feels they are.
We are your neighbors, we are your community members, we are your friends. We contribute day to day to being American. It seems to me that we do everything we can to be Americans, but America doesn't want us to be Americans right now.
Ending DACA was one of President Donald Trump's priorities, and while the court heard arguments in the case today, a decision is not likely until sometime next spring or early summer, just as the 2020 presidential election is heating up. In Washington, Hannah Ehrlich, Cronkite News.